Coaching is a goal-orientated approach. Therefore, for an effective outcome, it is crucial that your coachees work on specific goals and for each coaching conversation, at least on one session goal.
No goal, no coaching.
Session goals of your coachees are connected with other goals on higher levels. Be aware of the different levels of goals so that you consciously can work on each of them with your coachees. If you do not properly work out the goals, the session goals in particular, the remaining conversation will end up in nowhere, and you are not raising your coachee's self-awareness. And finally, you're beating about the bush. In this video, I will show you the different levels of goals you need to know for an effective coaching outcome. Furthermore, I will show you additional very important aspects that are relevant for you achieving coaching goal setting mastery. My name is Matthias, and you are watching WhoCoaches. This is coaching. What's up, coaches? Matthias here. At the end of this video, you will understand the different levels of goals that are relevant in the coaching context. And in addition, I will show you some more ingredients that will make you become a ninja in helping your coachees defining their goals. Let's start right away. Somewhere in the beginning of your coaching conversation, when you and your coachees are in the goal phase, you need to understand about which levels of goals your coachees are talking about. When you ask your coachees about their goal or goals, you cannot predict at what level of goals they will respond. So the journey of discovering your coachees' goals and helping them find a formulation that resonates with them can begin at any of the levels I'm going to show you right now. For the sake of learning, I will start with the visionary or long-term goals coachees want to achieve. You should spend quite a time to letting your coachees explore in depth and broadness of their goal in mind. So if they say they want to run a marathon next year, you may put them into a situation of running the marathon. You may ask them to envision that particular state of running and ask them what they do and how they feel about it and so on. And you may ask even them to imagine they have just reached the finish. Who is there? What do they hear? What do they see? How do they feel their body? And all these things. The more details your coachees can envision, the more information is available for them to find a formulation that resonates with your coachees. Once formulated, you ask your coachees what's behind your goal and what's in for you. You will touch then their emotional and more inner value-based levels. That's an important connection to the desired future goal. That's a goal that pulls them. Desired future goals have the deepest emotional connections with your coachees and their desires and even to their self. A formulation of a desired future goal is rather vague compared to the visionary goals. Let's have a look to an example. A coachee wants to become famous, and that is a desired future goal. It demonstrates a strong value for status that your coachee has. The goal itself is vague in wording, and depending on the subject area, the visionary goal can be, for example, winning the gold medal in 100-meter sprinting distance of the next Olympic Games, if your coachee is an athlete. If your coachee is an actor, the visionary goal could be like win the Golden Globe within the next 5 years. Another example, let's say you have coachees that want to get promoted to a partner level in a management consulting firm within the next 2 years. When you ask them what's in for you or what's behind your visionary goal, your coachees might answer that they want to earn more money for the sake of enabling their children a life without worries about money. Family then is what they strongly value in this case. And your coachees may formulate the desired future goal as family without money worries. You can see the differences between desired future goals and visionary goals. The desired future goal is formulated vaguely. It can even be a desired future that can hardly ever be achieved. For example, a world without cancer could be such a goal. And they have one thing in common as well. Your coachees do not have 100% control, neither about the desired future nor about the visionary goals. At these goal levels, it is fine and even inherent in the desired future and visionary goals to formulate them in such a way that some parts are beyond the control or even influence of your coachees. That is an important insight here, coaches. In coaching, you can only work with your coachees, with no one else, and your coachees can only work on what they have control about or influence on. In other words, once your coachees have formulated desired future goals And visionary goals, it's up to you to support them in figuring out what they can really work on because it's within their space of control or influence. And a good start is by asking how much control do you have about winning the gold medal in 100-meter sprinting distance, or how much control do you have being promoted to partner level. And you may help your coachees to be even more specific by asking them, for example, what exactly can you have control about in achieving this goal? With these questions, you help your coachees to understand that they do not have 100% control about achieving these goals and about what they have control about. Your coachees can't have 100% control about winning a race because they do not know how fast their competitors are. And they cannot have 100% control about any promotion because someone else makes the decision for that. What can they have control about? In the case of the athlete, a goal that they have far more control about is how fast they can run 100 meters. And the consultant has more control about on working the prerequisites for promotion. Goals over which one has control are called performance goals. They have to be specific and need to be almost 100% in the space of control or influence of your coachees. Your coachees might formulate these goals like run 100 meters in less than 9.5 seconds or fulfill all prerequisites according to the company's performance grid to 100%. Now, your coachees have their performance goal worded. Sometimes you spend more than 2/3 of a coaching session to get there, but it is crucial to understand that your coachees still have to break down these goals into sub-goals, and at least to one goal your coachees want to have achieved at the end of the session goal. Let's assume you have planned to have a coaching session of 90 minutes and your coachees spent 60 minutes to have formulated their performance goal. You may ask them, what do you want to achieve within the remaining 30 minutes? This question sets the mind of your coachees to focus on the fact that there are 30 minutes left and to come up with a goal that can be achieved within the remaining session time. A session goal for the athlete could be, I want to have a list of 5 aspects that are relevant to improve my running time. And for the consultant, I want to have a list of 5 areas of my job that includes at least one prerequisite for promotion according to the company's performance grid. The result could be a list of future session topics. For example, for the athlete, mental aspects, starting procedure, legs movement, nutrition, equipment. And for the consultant, it could be acquisition of new clients, new projects, new talents, development of new ideas, development of new services, and publishing professional articles. So for the next session, a session goal could be having worked out 10 nutrition hacks to improve running for the athlete. And for the consultant, 5 ideas for professional articles. And this is depending on what's most important for your coachees, not for you as coach. With a time frame in mind, your coachees will come up with specific session goals they can work on in a productive manner in a coaching session. Coaches, another very important fact for you to become a ninja in coaching goal setting is that your coachees only formulate positive goals. Positive goals are goals that the coachees want to reach, to move towards them and not away from something. For example, when your coachees want to get rid of a certain behavior, like I do not want to interrupt my teammates in team meetings anymore, this is an away from formulation. When you ask them what behavior do you want to demonstrate instead, they might come up with, I want to actively listen to my teammates and I want to let them finish speaking. That would be a goal they want to achieve and to get there. It's a positive goal formulation. Coaches, many tutors say that goals need to be measurable. That is definitely true. But how can you measure a qualitative goal? Like, I want to become a better team player. You can let your coachees break it down to what can be observed. For example, I want to let my teammates finish speaking, or I want to show up to team meetings on time, etc. So your coachees and their teammates can observe whether your coachees demonstrate such a behavior or not. Conclusively, goals must be measurable or observable. Coaches, you have learned now 4 levels of goals and how to deal with them when it comes to help your coachees formulating. In addition, you have learned that your coachees need to have control about their goals, especially when it comes to performance and session goals. Further, you care about the timing and about a positive formulation, and that qualitative goals are to be broken down by your coachees to observable goals. And that was it already, coaches. Follow these guidelines and practice a lot to achieve coaching goal setting mastery. When you have any questions, leave them in the comments, as well as any further content ideas. Thank you so much for taking your time and watching this video. My name is Matthias, and I'll see you back soon here on WhoCoaches. This is Coaching.